I want to thank you guys for coming. I kind of realized I did not communicate very well about this today. I'm kind of trying to figure out the efficacy of videos versus these meetings. This has kind of shown that these meetings are more effective than the videos have been, so we'll probably do this more often, just to kind of keep abreast on stuff. So James chapter 2 says that the tongue is the rudder of the ship, and in general I don't like to speak out things that I don't want manifested into the five senses world, right? I don't want to speak out things that bum me out pretty much. I like to speak out awesome things like I look forward to writing music and doing cool stuff with Table Mountain. So I don't want to say this a whole lot. I'm recording it for the people that are not here. But the reality is that I would love to be at Table Mountain for 30 years and retire there. It's what I'm called to do. But my ministry as a mission comes to an end about a year from now. Easter 25 is when my support goes away, and then Table Mountain is either left with the decision of keep me part-time, try for full-time, or I go somewhere else. So with that, that's kind of the theme for this year in terms of like goals and things, is to make myself obsolete. In general, Table Mountain is trying to grow in width, but I care more about this team growing in depth. Because in general, making disciples, a really powerful and effective way to do that is for me to find two people that could replace me and raise them up with the computers and the whatevers to be able to do it. And for Jake to find two people like him that he can shepherd into doing something that, like he is, the example that he's setting, and so on and so on. This is a very powerful and an effective way to be fruitful and to multiply. So whether or not I get the pleasure of sticking around past Easter 25, I should still be trying to make myself obsolete, or just to create, people who can take over or can carry the torch. So that's some of the things, right? I think this year I'm going to try and do 2 months on the platform, 1 month off, to just kind of keep, software systems and back of house things, and just being able to tighten both front of house and back of house for the day when that comes. With that, in the effort to grow deeper, I'm going to really challenge our team, end to end, really everybody in the room, to participate in the Seek book. The Seek book's function is to spend the next 3 weeks getting ready and giving momentum into the Resurrection Sunday season that we celebrate in 3 weeks. I think that's fantastic. It's better than just waking up on Good Friday or Sunday morning and trying to go 0 to 60 there, but give ourselves some roots, some deep stuff to go in. Fasting is a phenomenal habit that I have done in the past. My doctor has said that with my digestive stuff, it's not good to start and stop my system, so food fasting is not advised anymore. Well, there are plenty, and trust me, food fasting is phenomenal. I'm very American. If I skip 2 meals, I am praying very differently. So they're very effective, but the one that, if you're like me, if God's calling you to something else in the Seek book, do it and follow where God is leading you there. But if nothing else grabs you, I highly, highly recommend the screen fast. 1 hour in the morning, no screens at all. Like you look at a clock for the time, you read paper for the Bible, you write down what you're going to do that day on paper. That's another part of it that I think is also very valuable. Again, this comes from some brain scientist guy who Jeff Bezos and billionaires, like Bill Gates, hired him. They were like, between my ears I have a supercomputer. What can I do to program it for winning and for success? And then he said the number one thing is no screens for the first hour you're awake, so that you don't teach yourself to take input from the world or from your screens and react to it. You want the world to react to your input and what you wrote down and what you're going to get done that day. So I personally make a list of 10 things on paper. Even 3 is enough, though. I do 3 personal goals, 3 professional goals, 3 spiritual goals, and then 1 is just how I want to feel that day. What am I going to feel? My feelings. So I know that everybody's lives are different, but in terms of fasting, I think of Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me, except for fasting. Oh wait, that last part's not in there, right? So, it is possible to get it done, and it is worth the juice is worth the squeeze. And I know there's a lot of friction in whatever kind of participation you choose to engage with on that. There is going to be a group chat coming. Signal, Mike's already in on it. That's awesome. I have bad phone service. It lets me down. Any day now it's gonna shut off. They told me, but whatever. But even then, iPhone to Android, it's better if it all goes through Wi-Fi. Signal does that in a secure platform. So I'm gonna send out a link. That's really me. It's not spam. Get in there. We'll do a group chat with the whole team. It's really fun and just a team building thing. And that's everything. Thanks for coming. I love you guys. And we're going to start doing this more because this is more effective. I hope to do this every few months or so. Yeah. Cool. Anybody have any questions? Yeah.
Yeah, you really need to write that book.
What book?
The book where all the quips and quotes are
Okay.
defined.
Sure. What did I miscommunicate on?
Well, what exactly are you saying? Are you in limbo or you made up your mind?
No.
About,
So that has to do with my origin story, right? Table Mountain never had the budget to have a worship guy full time. So I went out and raised support like a missionary.
yeah, I understand
Yes.
that.
Right, but I raised support until Easter of 25. Easter of 25, my supporters no longer support the mission, and it'll now be up to Table Mountain to either take me on full time, keep me on part time, or maybe I got to go find just a day job.
There are contingencies.
It just how are we financially doing at the end of next Easter is going to determine. But if it were up to me, I would retire doing. I love Table Mountain. I think it's honestly why God blessed us with this home because
Well, then God will find a way.
Amen,
Yeah, and what about
amen,
giving
yeah.
your supporters an option to not stay temporary?
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
ask them, okay, church can't do it, I'd love to stay, but
Sure.
see if God will provide through them.
So yeah, I'm gonna do everything I can to stick around. I want to stick around, but either way, if I'm supposed to make disciples, I should be raising up people who could carry the torch, and that's what I should be spending my time doing anyway. So that's why I'm gonna have that lens with me this year, so that if something were to happen, Jen or somebody would be able to fill in the gaps and keep this thing going. 'Cause it's a good thing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any other questions? That was a great question. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. Okay, cool.